Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Your Favorite Scary Story? We're up to episode 12 and I really don't have much to say. No need to thank anyone because I did all this episode myself. Besides, Tina editing. Of course which thank you, Tina, for editing. But let's get into our first scary story, 19. 19. None of my birthdays have lived up to expectation. Really, it's a tradition. Every time I celebrate living through another year, something goes wrong. My 10th birthday, no one came to my party. My 14th birthday, I was sick for 3 months. My 16th birthday, I ended up crying in the corner of an Olive Garden booth. Needless to say, I don't enjoy my birthday much. This time, everything will be perfect. I've planned an extravagant party, you see, and I've invited all of my friends. I invited my friends that didn't come to my 10th birthday party. I invited my friends that put me in the hospital where I was sick for 3 months. I invited my friends who humiliated me in the middle of Olive Garden on my 16th birthday. I invited every friend that tormented me, shoved me, made me cry, got me suspended, and made my life a living hell. I sent out the invitations a week ago, and everyone will attend, whether they like it or not. After all they put me through, they owe it to me. They have no idea what to expect, of course, because of how badly they treated me. I understand that and explained in all the invitations that I want to start fresh. I want to turn the page. And that starts with putting my past behind me. The thing is, I want to turn over a new leaf, but that doesn't mean they're a part of it, and it certainly doesn't mean they even have to be alive right now. They deserve to know what pain they caused me, and I'm delighted to enlighten them. I mean, they said happy birthday, and a happy birthday I shall have. So, as you can see with this one, this 19-year-old's pretty fed up, and hearing about the stuff that happened, I don't blame them. I would be pretty fed up too, because people aren't always the nicest. But we do have a fun little scary story, which isn't really a story, but is more of a poem. So I hope you guys enjoy. Surprise. Surprise. He was rushing home to keep everyone away. The werewolf's curse happened every birthday. The markings on his walls were to keep him in. There he would transform, but not commit a sin. As soon as he entered, the hunger took over. Not this time, he thought. The spells on the walls would keep him in closure. He went to his light, but something was off. Behind his couch, he heard a cough. He turned on the light, and despair filled his eyes. The party jumped out and yelled, "Surprise." So I thought it would be nice to have a little poem. I thought it was different, and I actually quite enjoyed it, so I decided to throw it in. But let's go to our last scary story, Missing. Missing. The day my daughter went missing was the day my life turned upside down. I felt so many emotions at once. It was overwhelming. I was in a state of panic and unable to think straight. Everybody I knew was there to help me to cope with the situation. I really appreciated it, but they had no idea what I was going through. I can't put into words what it was like. The lack of information, the constant fear, the anger and frustration at how the investigation was handled. Every single time the phone rang or there was someone at the door, I felt my heart sink to the bottom of my stomach. She was gone, and there was no way of knowing how long this nightmare would go on. I had a really hard time accepting the fact that everything was out of my hands, and I just had to sit and wait for the police to do their job. But they don't always solve things, right? What happens then? I remember just standing in front of my daughter's bed for hours, looking at her stuffed toys and her favorite yellow dress. The picture they used in the missing person poster was up on the wall. We are so wrapped up in our own worlds that we have become less observant. I tried to think if I could have done something differently. I cried and I screamed, and I waited. Then finally, I was told the police decided to stop the active search efforts. They didn't have any clues. I would just have to try to get on with my life. That was such a relief. They didn't know anything. I was safe. This one was one of those where you know what's gonna happen, but you're kind of like, oh, don't end this way. But it does. It's not the greatest story. I do like the build-up of it before that, but I think its payoff is a little bit disappointing. So, in terms of ranking the stories, I'm gonna go Surprise, 19, and The Missing Last. So thank you everyone for watching, and leave a comment down below if there's a scary story you would like me to do. But let's flash forward to the next review.